Oh, I love any day, any moment, any time. The Lord just stirs me up, draws me up higher, takes me out of the traffic, out of the noise, out of the distractions, and just draws me away to just want to pray, to just want to open His Word and know that I will find treasures. I will find something that will speak to me and come alive because I'm hungry and I'm searching for it. Just like opening the fridge and finding your favorite food. It satisfies like no other. So I just happened to open to Acts chapter 10, and it's talking about Cornelius and Peter. And if you know anything about that chapter or that book of Acts, it's like when everything clashed. The religion of the day, where everything was down to the minute detail of what they wore, how they spoke, what times of the feast, what times to be in the tabernacle, the Levites, they were set apart as holy, holy, holy as you can get. And yet this man Cornelius, who was to them an outsider, a Gentile, and had no rights, but he was not only praying, he was fasting. And while he was fasting, he was warned from God by an angel, this is in verse 22, by a holy angel to send for Peter and to hear words that he would have to speak to him. I mean, God was the one that was going to build this bridge and make it happen. I love that. He's so good. He doesn't want to leave anybody out, no matter what your life was, whether you were in church or out, whether you dressed right or didn't have a clue, never even darkened the doors of a church building. God will hunt you out. When you come to that time in life, and I believe everyone does, when they're searching, when they find no other answers, when they're broken, when all seems against them, and they know there's got to be a better way. There has to be an answer. There has to be a God. And He calls our name and He draws us away. He said He will not turn away a broken and contrite spirit, and He always has an ear to hear. So He said to Cornelius, "Thy prayer is heard, and thy alms, thy offerings, are had in remembrance in the sight of God." He was noted for his prayers. His prayers were heard, and yet he was not a born-again believer. He did not fit the picture, but yet his prayers were heard, and God sent an angel his way to open up his eyes and give him instruction for what to do. He didn't tell him to go to church, by the way. He told him there was a certain man. Go find him and hear his words. My friends, God always speaks in mysterious ways. He never does anything in the norm. That's one thing you can know about Him. But He will seek you out. He will call your name. He'll make a way. He'll build a bridge. And He is so personal to each person that will have an ear to hear and a heart to cry out. He hears you, and He's always on His way. Amen. Amen.